this one.
And what say you about Campion College? I believe that they have, proved themselves over the years that they're not just a academic school. They have been trying to break a frontier in track, and it's nice to see them out here today. How do you think they'll fare in this race?
I mean, Campion College rather. Sorry, Camperdown. I'm talking about Camperdown a lot. Campion College is always a team that will find a talent or two there, and usually they might not be producing the numbers, but usually they do produce some fantastic talents over the last few seasons. We're seeing, we're talking about Crystal Soley, Jordan Scott. Those are people that came out of Campion College. So I really think that they too can factor in this one. So we're not going to put them any
we're not
lesser than
gonna
the
leave
other
them out
teams.
today.
So 4 teams have reported for this final one. It's going to be about Holy Childhood versus Champions, Greater Portmore and Mona. So already it looks to be Holy Childhood that takes up the early running, and Holy Childhood, of course, we say should be the one that really should win this one quite easier. But look already to Greater Portmore, as we said before, the very messy exchange between Holy Childhood, and we wait to see if they stays in this one. Not a valid exchange, but Campion is also there and looks to be a very evil break for the third exchange. This is about Campion now that
made the
steals
first
the march. But look at Mona High now. Mona High now ranges up and comes to the front and seem to have taken the lead. This is Mona High. Mona High is going to be the one that makes the final exchange first. So Mona High has now taking the lead, but again the exchange has messed up, really messed up there, and that should cost them. So it's Mona High that's leading, but that should be a problem for them. Holy Chalu now returns to their second spot and trying to hold that spot. So to Campion is powering to take that third spot, but Mona High in 53.27, and I really don't think that's gonna stand because they were way outside of the exchange zone, and that should be a disqualification for Mona High. 53.29 unofficial results, by the way, and this is Holy Childhood 54.95 for second spot. Greater Portman managed to hold on in 55.74, holding off ahead of Campion in 55.75. So the class fours, again we talk about the Kelsey, these younger ones at class fours sometimes can make mistakes, and we saw it there for Holy Childhood on one exchange, and also Mona High. When they took the ascendancy, they also made an error.
Long exchanges on both the second and the last leg.
Yeah, but again, viewers and the listeners, we ask that you give them some grace because again, this is probably some of their first 4x1 as class fours, and also to be performing at this time of the morning before this kind of crowd, nerves get the better of you. But of course, we await the official results. So far, the results have been showing Mona as the winner there, but we saw that disastrous exchange at the final leg. Quick and fast, we're gonna be moving to, again, this is qualifiers for the 4x1 for girls, and coming up is the first 8, and this should feature some big names. Yakasa runs out of lane 1. St. Elizabeth Technical runs out of lane 2. The Mighty Conquerors in St. Catherine resettles all the teams and calls them to their marks. Yarcastle, St. Elizabeth, St. Catherine, Petersfield, Woolmans, Manchester, and the Convent of Mercy. That's Alpha. We look to see who makes an early break. Already going to set them off, and this looks to be a very nice start from Petersfield. So too is Manchester. Manchester looks to be doing some running, and Alpha now looks to be the one that takes that early break. Alpha will make that first exchange. So to Manchester. Wilma's delayed in the exchange. Look at St. Catherine High School. That's also there. So it's St. Catherine and Alpha, but Alpha seem to have the upper one on this one. Says Alpha out in lane 8, that makes a very good exchange here, and they are off and running. Wilma's trying to make up ground. So to Manchester, so to St. Catherine, but it's all about Convent of Mercy. Alpha out in lane 8. Let's see what they do for this final exchange. They have about a 10-20 meter lead, so Alpha now gets into the running, and they're gonna power away with this one, failing a miss up. They are gonna win this one. Very good. And so to Yakasa in lane 2, that powers in to take that second spot. 47.87 for Alpha. But wow, some brilliant running from Yakasa to steal that second spot. They were all out of it. Positive 1.7 meters per second, weighing for Convent of Mercy 47.87, and Yakasa, as we said, 49.76. And in third looks to have been the team from Stets that came home in 49.94 seconds. on the clock. That's the official, unofficial results. We wait for the official time. Very good running from Convent of Mercy. This is the second race we have seen them winning from lane 8 in just a few minutes apart. They won in class 4 from lane 8, and I've heard Alpha seem to be doing some things really what the officials do here, because we've seen just about last week, I think, they were very gracious to a lot of the teams, and she's back in the starting blocks and adjusting